Yeah.
Okay. Hi. This could be a shit show because I forgot to do this earlier. So here's the deal. You drew 5 boxes out in the support space. I want you to trace 3 of them in pencil on your newsprint. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. Obviously mine is sort of hypothetical because I didn't actually do this exercise. I was at home eating bonbons while you were doing this. So there's 1 box, and maybe I have another box. I'm just tracing this on the light table. I'm just tracing 3 of the 5 boxes, correct me if I'm wrong, Maggie, in pencil on a light table. There's 2 boxes. I don't know if you can even see this on your video yet because they're really light. And then I'm going to put a 3rd box back here. So even if you couldn't really see the back or the bottom of these boxes in your drawing, you need to make sure that you can see the hidden lines. So this is 3 boxes without flaps and hidden lines. I'm going to go over that in charcoal so it's easier to see. So I'm going to pretty quickly go over this in charcoal. Maybe I'll draw 1 box at a time so it's a bit easier for you to see and a bit easier to video. So I'm just going over these 3 boxes. I am going to draw it a little bit lighter where I can't see it, just so it doesn't get too confusing. I'm not going to worry about it not being absolutely perfect because it is a freehand drawing, so it should look like a human being made it. Okay, so we have 3 boxes right there. Whoops, hidden lines on that one. Now, because this is a perspective, there's a grid that everything belongs to, which we all, whoopsie, that one was off. Good job I drew that grid. So there's a grid. There's a whole bunch of lines that go in that direction, like that direction. There's a whole bunch of lines that are vertical like this. And then there's a whole bunch of lines, a set of lines that go in this direction, okay? So this is my perspectival grid. This is not perfect, but it's good enough to explain to you across the airwaves. So this axis is X, this is Y, and this is Z. So for each of these boxes, I have 3 boxes. I'm going to extend one of them up and down, like Z. I'm going to extend one of them west-east, X, and I'm going to extend the other one in the other direction, Y. And it doesn't really matter which one. What I do want to happen is I do want them to all to overlap in the end. Now, these 3 boxes are in the middle of a big piece of paper. And when I extend them, I want to sort of fill the paper. So for me, I've just decided that the first one I'm going to extend is this one, the middle box. And I'm going to extend it on the Z-axis, so I'm going to extend it vertically. Here it comes. So I'm going to pull this up and down, okay? So right now I just sort of extended the 4 corners of it vertically, and now I'm going to have the bottom corner of this box be way down at the bottom of the paper. I need to make sure that the bottom of the box also belongs to the perspective grid, because as you keep drawing, you'll see that the bottom of that existing box and the bottom of the extended box, the bottom one actually looks more square. And as I extend it in the other direction, like up higher, you'll see that the top of the box actually becomes really quite shallow. So if I look at this shape, then this shape, then this shape, they get shallower as they approach the horizon. So already this drawing looks a little bit confusing. So what I'm going to do to make it less confusing is to add color. Are you excited? I'm going to get a chalky pastel, which you can find in studio should you ever choose to come to studio again. And I'm going to put it down on my sheet, and I'm just going to practice making tone with it. Instead of using the end like a line, I'm going to use the side, which makes an area of color. So I'm going to actually take this newsprint out of the pad so I don't have to keep turning my hand to put color on this. So I've just extended one box on one of the axes, and I'm going to add really lightly, I'm going to add color all the way around it. And you'll see, I hope, in a minute, that now it's a little easier to see that one box in an extended form. I'm going to add a little brighter blue to the box that was there in the first place. I'm even going to go back with my charcoal pencil, or actually it's Caleb's charcoal pencil, and I'm going to make that box a little heavier. So boom, we extended one in the Z direction. Now I'm going to try a couple of others. I'm going to extend this one, the third box. I'm going to extend it back and forth in the Y direction. I'm going to extend it. I'm not going to extend this one quite so far. How much to extend it is up to you. It's not up to me. It's up to you. But you must create some overlap. You don't have to extend it in both directions. I kind of have to because my boxes are so small on the sheet. So in order to fill the page, I'm having to extend mine actually quite a long way. So I'm going to do the same thing again where I color in the extended box. I'm going to use this pink. I'm going to test it first. I'm going to actually add some color to the outside of the box. For me, I very often turn the paper so it's easier for me to do this. And you'll see that now I have a blue box extended on the Z-axis, a pink box extended on the Y-axis. I'm going to come back in and show that existing box a little bit stronger. Oops, I missed a corner there. So all of a sudden, it starts to make sense. I could make this a little bit pinker, or I could make it a little darker if I wanted to. I could actually use a little bit of compressed charcoal and make this one just a little bit darker pink. So instead of just adding pink, I'm just going to add a little bit of tone. I could have done that one to the blue one too. Now I'm going to do the third box. I already did Z, I already did Y, so now I have to choose X. So this is my X box. Get it? And I'm going to extend it. I'm going to push it that way into the corner of the paper. I don't know if you can see the corner of my paper. So I'm going to move it. I'm going to turn the paper. It's a little easier for me to draw because I'm trying to make sure, and this is not a perfect drawing. I'm going a little bit too fast. But I just turned it so it was easier for me to draw those lines straight. And now I'm going to make sure the vertical's vertical. I'm going to make sure that's about right. I'm going to draw the hidden line. So I'm using the perspective grid to draw a new box. Now I'm going to pick a third color. And my recommendation is that you pick light colors. Because if you pick light colors, they will overlap. And then you can see through them much more easily. What I said to my afternoon class was, if you don't understand what light colors are, think of Frat Boy Easter. And that will answer all your questions. So the third box, I'm going to I'll turn it back around so you can see it. I'm just turning it to make it easier for me to do color. And you'll see, I'm really putting color around the outside because it becomes sort of translucent on the inside. I put a little bit more yellow there. I'm going to go back over the box that is the real box. Ooh, it looks like I missed a line right there. Maybe I don't even need to put any gray there, but I'm just going to be consistent. Oh, damn. That's how to do an extended box drawing. You're welcome. Happy Labor Day.